Hey, Josh and Lauren, thanks for taking time today.
Thank you,
Hi.
Stephanie.
Hey, so excited about this. Wow. My first question is one about your character. Can you give us some insight of what you like about the character that you play in this series?
Who, me?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
please.
could start that one off. What I like
Okay.
about this dude is that, anytime I'm looking at a new project, I want to know how flawed the guy is. Especially as the longer I do this, the more flawed, the better. And this guy, on the outside, looks like he's got it all together. He's a guy who runs this, premier hockey camp. He's a former NHL player. He's teaching the best of the best to go to the next level and all those things. But underneath all that is a guy who really is one dimensional in a lot of ways. He doesn't he sort of um, been trying to fill this void of a big loss in his life over the last several years, and has really sort of made everything about hockey, including his son. And as a result, he and his son are drifting, and he's at risk of losing him. And that to me is what really drew me to this show and this character, was the fact that you're dealing with real life stuff. I love the hockey, I love the action, I love how funny this show is, but when you really get a chance to explore stuff like that, it just makes the day a lot more interesting. You really have to get inside what it would be to be a father who is dealing with these very serious things.
Lauren, first, before you answer, I have to say, Brady speaks highly of you as being his mom on set, just so you know.
I love that kid so much. And he is there with his very sweet grandma. And I feel like we're just like a good team of, he's just a really special kid. And I have outed him already, but he did steal my car this year and go to McDonald's without his driver's license. However, besides that, it's really special when you get kind of a bonus of not only getting to play a fun relationship, but really genuinely loving and having similar feelings toward the actor who's playing that person. So that's so nice to hear. And the feeling is mutual. And I think the original question was what I like about my character.
Right.
Which is her kind of capacity to find the humor in life and to challenge herself, because this is something that started with a goal she had to make life better for her kid, and now it's kind of taken over her life, in terms of they picked up and left, and now she's sort of like shepherding all the kids into this next adventure. And I just love that. It's very, kind of a selfless, cool thing to do. And I love the challenges that Josh's character and the Institute gives us, in terms of, okay, how serious are you about this? And how, the question the show asks that I just really appreciate, because it's kind of unanswerable, is what's important? Like, what's the most important thing? Is it winning? Is it being a good person? Is it being a good teammate? Is it all those things, and we continue to kind of explore that.
So, Josh, you played sports as a kid. Did you ever have a tough coach like the one you play?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I channeled a few of them. And they shape you for better or worse. And this is part of what I think is difficult as a father is, you have to deal with these types of people. This is a guy who is very intense, who is very hard-nosed and singularly focused on one thing, and that's to make you the best hockey player you can, and regardless of how it makes your feelings feel. And that this is a guy that I knew very well. There's a few coaches I had like this, and I'm grateful for it, because sports for me didn't go the way I thought they would. I thought I was going to be a professional athlete, and then I realized I wasn't nearly athletic enough. But it's one of those hard lessons that you have to learn. I think that's what sports do, and he sort of represents that in a lot of ways. If 98% of these kids aren't going to go any further, but they're going to have to learn that hard lesson, and he's not afraid to let them know. It's just his approach and his tone could use a little improvement. And I think that he learned something from Alex Lauren's character in that it isn't all about hockey, and there are things in life that are equally as important.
So Lauren, how do you see your character changing from season 1 to season 2? What was the big change?
Well, logistically speaking, she's left her job and decided that she's going to go back to law school in the fall. And that to me just represents a shift of someone believing in themselves and feeling like, she started this path and maybe had to take a detour, but now is ready to keep going. And I think picking up for the summer and taking the kids to have this adventure is part of that little bit of raise in confidence. And I think the way she stands up to Coach Cole is new. Last season I had a boss who was really domineering, who I didn't stand up to very much. And this is a bit of a shift, in me kind of speaking up and saying, no, I don't like that. This is not how it is. And so that's a pretty good character development. I feel like from seasons 1 to 2 gave me plenty to work with.
Wonderful. Well, enjoying the season, and I just can't wait for season 3.
Woo! Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Bye,
Thanks
Stephanie.
for your time.
Bye.
Okay,
Take care.
bye-bye.